Hey y'all, this is Jessica with Bless Your Heart. Let's do a water spray bottle. I got this spray bottle from Amazon. This vinyl is from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to see where it takes us. I always start my V-splits with taking a little bit out through the middle so I can do the hinge method on both sides. That is just the easiest way for me to get a balanced triangle. These are my new squeegees I got from that Temu website, so let's see what they do. After I get my V-split part anchored, I'm going to use the felt side and push it on one side and then turn it over and push it on the other side. Using a bigger squeegee like this helps you with bubbles and creases and stuff like that. This one is not as big as some of the others that you've been seeing, but it worked out pretty good for this little project. I'm going to take this point off with my craft knife, and then I'm going to get my Kel-Bell's all-in-one tumbler tool. I think that's what it's called. And I'm going to go along the top and just kind of slice off that little extra that's hanging over that top rim. This is a pretty sharp edge, so you want to be careful with it. But it worked really well, did exactly what I needed to do, and I got a nice crispy line. So now I'm going to go in and use this just generic masking tape I got off of Amazon, and I'm going to go in and mask off what I'm going to do next. And what I'm going to do next is get 3 different colors. I got some new glitters in from Peachy Olive Glitters, so I want to use a couple of those. And I just want some difference in it. I want to bring out some different colors from that rainbow, and I just want to kind of make it all go together. So let's get our stuff taped off and move on to the next step. Basically what I'm doing is just kind of mapping out my little V's that I'm going to put in here. So once I get it all done, I'm going to take off the middle, and that's the one I'm going to start with. And like I said, I got some new colors from Peachy Olive Glitter, so we're going to do a pink, a purple, and kind of a turquoisey color. For this first one, I'm going to do the purple, and I'm just using I think a Michaels craft paint. So I'm going to do a layer of this, and then I'm going to go in and do a layer of the same paint with some Mod Podge in it. And that's what I'm going to use for my glitter adhesive this time. For my purple glitter, I'm going to use Grimace from the Glitter Guy. It's just got a lot of dimension and a lot of movement to it. The other glitters I'm going to use kind of have a little bit of darkness to them, so I just thought I should keep it up. So you want to use a fluffy makeup brush anytime you're doing some painting, unless it's detail oriented, because these marks will show underneath your glitter if you don't smooth them out as best as you can. As soon as you get your stuff glittered, you want to remove that tape, because that Mod Podge will stick to your tape and it will pull up your glitter, and sometimes that's just more of a headache than it's worth. For the pink section, it's the same craft paint from Michaels, just in pink, and we've still got the same Mod Podge mixture, and we're going to sprinkle this on. And for this one, we're going to use Hello Friend. It's from the new Peachy palette, and it's a Made by Manny and Mal collab. It's really pretty, and you can see that it's got some of those dark tones in there too. And I'm only going to do 1 coat of all of these glitters, is the reason I'm using the different paints. And you just want to go full coverage, remove your tape, and then move on to the next color. This one is just one probably from Michaels too, but it's Apple Barrel. And for the third color, we're going to use Trendsetter. Same Peachy palette, same collab, but this one's a little bit chunkier than the rest of them, so we're going to have a little bit of something different. I am going to push this down because it is chunky and I want to get full coverage, but I also want it to be there and I want us to see all of those colors. After a coat of epoxy, you're going to go in, I think I did 2 coats of epoxy, and I did seal my glitter in this one with polyacrylic. I'm going to go in and do my striping. I'm going to do this black texture on every line, top to bottom, side to side. If it's got a line, if it meets with anything else, it's going to have this black textured vinyl on it. Then we're going to move on to a hot pink kind of iridescent holographic nail tape. And that's going to be put right over the black to make that pink kind of pop out. There's a lot of shiftiness to it. That's the holographic part of it. And it's just going to, when you put it over that dark vinyl, it's going to make it pop a little bit more, but it's not going to be like in your face pink. For the next striping, I think they're calling it shadow striping. I want this textured silver to be on the inside of all of my little V's. So it's going to have to start on the outside of the other that we were doing, of the black. So I'm going to put this silver just inside all of the others, and I'm going to do it for every line also. Now for the nail tape on top of that is going to be this shifty holographic blue. And this is going to really pop off, and it's going to bring out the blue that's in the rainbow part of the vinyl. And I'm going to put it over every part of the silver. Not too bad. For the decal, we're going to use a holographic type for both the offset and the actual decal. Both of these vinyls are from Heat Transfer Source, and I'm using the parchment method to help line up my top decal with my offset. I'm going to get them lined up as best I can, and then I'm going to cut around the entire word because I want to be able to place this a certain way. I want the S to be pretty much centered and balanced between both sides of that V. And then I'm just going to use the hinge method and pop on the rest of the decal, put it down as best I can, and then take up my transfer tape. After we check out our handiwork, we're going to epoxy twice, and here we go. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me today. I hope to see you again soon. Bye.